It's Fred's Auto Repair, and today I'm going to show you how to take care of the killer dowel pin on your 12-out Cummins. So stay tuned. Okay, I've started first by on your fan here. I've loosened it. I took the big fan clutch wrench, and I've got a kit, and the other tool, the bolts on this are too big to fit in here to hold it still. So I just put this down on the fan clutch nut and smacked it with a hammer, and it broke right loose. Okay, next I'm getting the fan shroud, and it has these little metal clips on the top of it that just clamp it together, and they got the same thing on the bottom, so I just pulled up on it and it popped them out. So anyways, well, I'm going to get this off and get the fan clutch the rest of the way unscrewed and out of there. Also to note, this fan clutch nut, it has reverse threads, so you turn it clockwise to loosen it. And up out of here it comes. Okay, next I'm going to pull my serpentine belt. To do that, there's a little 3/8 drive square hole there that you'll put the nose of your ratchet up in to release it. Okay. Okay, got a 3/8 with a 3-inch extension. Just pull up on that. It releases your spring pressure. Hang on. Get another bite at that. Okay. Just release it back down. Okay, just get this out of here. Okay, next I'm going to pull the pulley off of our idler pulley for the fan clutch. The pulley has to come off so you can access the bolts behind it to remove the housing. Okay, I got all the bolts out of this, and it just slides off like that. And now you've got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. No, it just looks like, yeah, 4 bolts that hold our idler pulley off. That needs to come out. Okay, 4 bolts, and that comes out. Okay, next you want to make sure that there is nothing down here that'll fall off into the engine when you pull that front cover. In my case, we got a little bit of mouse nest right there. So I'm going to take an air blower and blow that off. Okay, now for our crank sensor down there. Now you may ask yourself, a mechanically injected diesel engine with no tachometer, nothing, why does it need to sense the motor's RPMs? Well, that goes to the PCM, Powertrain Control Module. And what it does is it takes readings for your alternator, for your transmission to shift right. So even though these things, they can run without that, it needs them to be able to function. But so I took the air gap in between there, and with the filler gauge, it is 26 thousandths between the crank pulley. Anyways, well, I'm going to mark the harmonic balancer so we know, for one, what position to put that thing back on right, and for two, to know that where the crank pulley was. So anyways, well, I'm going to get to it. Okay, well, I got the harmonic balancer off. A little trick for y'all. Run a ratchet strap up around the harmonic balancer, run it over to the idler pulley here, go around that and around that, and tighten it down. Make it a whole lot easier breaking those bolts loose. But then mine, it just slid off once the bolts are out. Okay, well, next I'm going to remove this oil fill tube here. So anyways, well, I'm going to pull this bolt out here. So I'll get back to you when I get it out. Okay, well, I got this out. Got the bracket off, and it just unthreads. You just tap it over with your palm of your hand and it'll eventually come. So, anyways, we're now on to the timing cover. Okay, well I got the throttle return spring off right here. So now I'm just going to go around here and undo all these bolts here to hold the timing cover on. Okay, there's the dowel pin up in there, so we'll get that piece thrown in there to block that in. Okay, that bolt right there, it needs to be pulled out, so I'm going to pull that out real quick and get the new one ready to go back in. Okay, well I'm going to put a little red Loctite on the end of this bolt here. Just a couple drops will do ya. Okay, that'll work. Okay, we'll go ahead and start her in there. Okay, it's started in here, and I'm going to take a little flat screwdriver in here so that this does not move. I'll torque her down. Okay, well I got that in there all nice and torqued down. As you can see, it covers up the dowel pin there, which had not backed out any bit, which is good. But anyways, I'll be happier when this is done. Okay, well I got a front cover in there, got a new main seal in there, but got our oil fill tube back on, so now I'm going to throw the harmonic balancer on, so stay tuned. Okay, I got the balancer all backed on there. No wonder that thing was so hard to remove as far as breaking the bolts loose. That little foul had to be torqued back down to 92 foot-pounds. But anyways, well I'm going to throw my crank sensor back on here. Got a crank sensor back on, lined up where it was, and set to 26 thousandths, which is what it was when it came off. So. But anyways, I guess now we are on to the fan idler pulley right there. So anyways, let me get that felt line back in and thread it on. Okay, I got a little idler pulley mount there on with the bearing and all that. You want to remember to plug your crank sensor back in up there, because it'd be easy to forget it behind the radiator hose. But I'm going to throw the pulley back on here. So I'll catch up with you when I get that on. Okay, got our pulley back on. Now we're ready to go on with the belt. Stay tuned while I get that on. Okay, I got our belt back on down there. So now for our fan and fan clutch and fan shroud. Okay, how I'm going to do this, I'm going to drop the fan and fan shroud down together. Now remember, on this fan, these are reversing threads. Okay, we are started on that. Oh. Okay. Okay, pop that side in. And there we go. And we're out like that. And pop our two tabs in, like so. Okay. Get this big fan clutch wrench down here. We will tighten this fellow up. Okay, we're tight. And the motor, the way the motor spins, this will not thread off. So we are good. Okay, well, we are done with this job. We'll see if she fires up here in just a second. Okay, let's see if she fires off. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.